YouTube and social media, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Ian K back again with another one for you. This time over at Little Caesars, where they're not just taking it to the max with their latest promo. Guys, they're going ultimate with it, and I'm most definitely here for it. Feast your eyes on what I've got here, guys. It's what they're calling the ultimate cheesesteak, and I gotta say, this looks very, very tasty, and it's smelling pretty authentic as well. So sit tight, because after this quick intro coming up, you're about to peep this out.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Pizza.
Yeah, buddy. I think most of you guys know my favorite types of reviews that I like to do here on the channel are with pizza, naturally, because it's my all-time favorite food ever since I was a kid. And with cheesesteak on top of it, this is definitely a first for Little Caesars. And I gotta say, guys, the presentation is looking really nice. Now, while this is a round pizza, it's not necessarily my favorite version of Little Caesars. It's still looking pretty awesome. So, as for the quick breakdown, what we've got here is a large round pizza that's gonna feature a cheesy white sauce, mozzarella cheese, seasoned sliced steak, onions, green peppers, and mushrooms. So it's checking off all the boxes of what a cheesesteak usually has, minus the provolone, which I'm really surprised they didn't actually go that extra mile. But hey, it is what it is. It's still looking pretty awesome, and I still can't wait to give this a shot. So let's see if the flavor is going to deliver on this one. This is the all-new, what they're calling the ultimate cheesesteak pizza here at Little Caesars. Let's peep out this flavor. All right, Little Caesars, I see you. I'm glad you finally got a variant of cheesesteak on your pizza for the first time ever, because one of my all-time favorites actually over at Domino's is their Philly cheesesteak, which you're probably gonna see a thumbnail jumping up on your screen here right now. Do check that one out, because it is a beautiful situation, primarily because of the provolone that one has. So with this one not having that, I hope it's gonna be just as good. So let's pick up a slice here and we'll get this going. And wow, this is very hot. All right, now looking really nice, all the classic stuff that you'd expect to find on a cheesesteak. I wish I had just a little bit more meat on that slice, but it's all good. Looking very tasty, but is it the ultimate? We're about to find out. Here we go, guys. It's what they're calling the ultimate cheesesteak over here at Little Caesars. Let's peep this out. Okay. That white cheese sauce, that's definitely the wild card with this. I want to say that's actually what was in the calzone back in the day. It's got a similar vibe, which is actually kind of simulating provolone, believe it or not. I'm actually getting a little bit of that extra creaminess because of it. And I got to say, that is a pretty lovely deal right there. The combination of those cheeses works pretty nicely. And of course, with the peppers and the onions on top of that, not bad. Let's keep going in. Okay. Nicely done on this. That cheesy sauce, it's making a difference big time. Wow. I am liking that, guys. Very, very lovely situation with this one. I guess it's one way to kind of get out of using provolone unofficially with a flavor that simulates it just a little bit. So I like the fact of the mozzarella cheese being on there. Of course, you'd expect that on pizza anyway, but with everything else here, very tasty. The flavor of the meat, the steak itself, it's just okay. I'm not really getting a lot of flavor from it, but overall it's a very hearty pizza. But again, that white sauce is the wild card. Let's keep going in. I dig it. That's really what's making it for me with this. Price point though, a little up there. $16.99 for Little Caesars for this variation here in Southern California. Take a look at the promos. There's usually some discounts off of that, $15 or 15% I should say, off of anything over 15 or more. So make sure you utilize that with prices being what they are. But a very tasty situation here. Let's just go for a few more bites. But I'm digging the quality of it, guys. So far, it's really working pretty nicely. And again, with that white sauce, it's taking me back to the calzones from back in the day over here. So I think maybe they're using a little bit of that goodness in this to kind of simulate a little bit of that, the provolone goodness there. So let's keep going in. Not bad. Not bad, Little Caesars. I see you. So yeah, I dig it, but is it going to be the replacement to the Domino's version that I love? Absolutely not, but this is a very nice variation of that. But honestly, I think it would work a little bit better on the deep dish style of pizza to kind of give you a little bit more of that heartiness of having like a hoagie roll or something like that. So maybe that would be something to check out, unofficially possibly, but that would, I think, work a little bit better with this one here. Let's just go for a couple of quick bites and we'll just knock off this slice real fast. Hang on. That sauce though, very good. I like that a lot. So yeah, while I'm not really digging the round pizza style with this particular one, actually I would really kind of prefer the deep dish variation of it there, or some type of deep pan crust. That would be much better. This is still a very tasty situation for what it is, so it is worth checking out. Let's go for one more bite and we'll wrap this with the rating coming up next. Hang on one sec. Well, as far as promo pizzas go over here at Little Caesars, this is a very nicely done variation of a cheesesteak variant, guys. A very lovely situation here. I just wish I had a little bit more of the toppings on this, considering the price point's more elevated with this one. A little bit more mushrooms and onions would have been nice, but overall, like I said, with the wild card being that white cheesy sauce, that's definitely a lovely situation to go with everything else here. So definitely worth checking out. And again, it does tick off the boxes on what a cheesesteak pizza should have. I gotta say, it's done pretty nicely over here at Little Caesars for this promo.
Pizza.
Yeah, not too shabby on that one, Little Caesars. Not too shabby at all. So overall, I'm going to have to give what they're calling the ultimate cheesesteak over here at Little Caesars just an okay 8 out of 10. Guys, like I said, it's not going to replace the version I love to get over at Domino's, and I wouldn't call it the ultimate, but it is still a very tasty situation for what you're going to be getting. It's classic flavor that you're getting on top of one of their round pizzas, which are not bad. Again, I would recommend doing the deep dish variation of that. I'm surprised they didn't offer something like that, at least on the menu. It is something that I think will be better there with all those ingredients. So I wish I had a little bit more toppings on there at the same time, and considering the price point, like I said, it's a little bit more elevated, but still tasty for what it is. And I'm absolutely glad that I was able to check this one out for you officially here on the channel. Pretty tasty for what it is, though. Alright, so do me a quick favor like always, drop those comments down below. What did you think of the ultimate cheesesteak over here at Little Caesars? And if you've had it already there, and especially if you've had the version over at Domino's, which do you like out of those two? I'm very curious to hear what you thought about this one, especially if you've had both. Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, it's your boy Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. And just in case you didn't see the one I did before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. So until next time, stay frosty.